judicial system of the country has plunged into an unprecedented circumstance after questions kept on rising over the justices and their partiality in the constitutional bench, which is hearing the writ petitions filed against the resolution of the House of Representatives. Despite reforming the bench, Chief Justice Cholendra Shamsher Rana is likely to face further pressure to settle the ongoing delinquency seen in the judiciary and find an agreeable solution to protect its independent stake. Good morning, I am Bibashna Tamang and these are the headlines of the hour. The Standing Committee meeting of the Madhav Kumar Nepal-led disgruntled faction of the ruling CPN-UML has decided to reject the 6-point proposal floated by Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli for party unity. The virtual Standing Committee meeting of the Madhav Kumar Nepal Jhalanath Khanal faction of the party concluded that the proposal was just a political gambit as Prime Minister and party chairman Oli is not prepared for party unity. The faction reiterated that the party should return to its previous status quo of 17th of May 2018 if Premier Oli is looking for the party unity. The faction also decided not to take back their signatures turned in to form a new government under the leadership of Nepali Congress President Sher Bahadur Deuba. The faction instead demanded that Chairman Oli should self-criticize for all the unconstitutional activities, including the dissolution of the lower house. Leader Yuvraj Gewali informed that the meeting rejected the Premier's proposal and concluded that Prime Minister Oli is trying to drag the country into uncertainty by dissolving the House of Representatives. The hearing on the writ petitions filed against the resolution of the House of Representatives was adjourned yesterday. The hearing at the Constitutional Bench was suspended yesterday, citing health issues of Chief Justice Cholendra Shamsher Rana. The date for the next hearing, however, has not been fixed yet. Chief Justice Rana had reformed the Constitutional Bench based on seniority after petitioners had objected to the presence of some justices in the Constitutional Bench, raising objection to their partiality. However, lawyers pleading on behalf of the government expressed their objection on the restructure of the bench. The bench thus could not carry out hearings on the case. 92 more COVID-19 patients succumbed to the virus yesterday, while 3,370 more individuals tested positive. With this, the death toll in the country has reached 7,990 and the total number of COVID-19 cases has reached 591,494. Total recoveries has reached 497,960 so far, as 6,951 registered full recovery in the past 24 hours. The recovery rate now stands at 84.2%, while the death rate has reached 1.6%. According to the Health Ministry, 12,002 tests through PCR method were carried out in the past 24 hours. There are 12,059 active cases in Kathmandu district at the moment, 4,674 in Lalitpur district and 3,591 in Bhaktapur district. 78,364 individuals are in various home isolation, while 1,434 are receiving treatment in ICUs and 397 are on ventilator support. Based on the latest report by the Health Ministry, 691,594 individuals have been fully vaccinated so far, while 2.1 million are awaiting their second jab. The Health Ministry has informed that the government is preparing for the third wave of COVID-19 pandemic to protect children who are likely to be more affected. The ministry informed that the government has already begun managing necessary ICUs and other beds required for the treatment of COVID-19 patients and claimed that it has mobilized all its mechanism in this regard. The Health Ministry also informed that it is monitoring and planning to take action against health institutions for overcharging patients in the treatment of COVID-19. Speaking at a press meet yesterday afternoon, Health Minister Sher Bahadur Tamang said the government is approaching different donor countries for COVID-19 vaccines. The distribution of the first dose of Chinese vaccines received as grant from China is to begin from today in Kathmandu and Lalitpur metropolis. The two metropolis will vaccinate individuals between 60 and 64 years of age as per the Health Ministry's directive. People of 64 years of age in Kathmandu metropolis will be able to receive the first dose of Varicella today. Likewise, those of 63 years of age will receive vaccine tomorrow, 62 years of age on Thursday, 61 years of age on Friday and 60 years of age on Saturday this week. As for Lalitpur metropolis, those from 60 to 64 years of age will be eligible to receive the jab today and tomorrow. Welcome back. The NIPS index that saw a surge for the past 5 consecutive transaction days dropped by 0.21 points yesterday. The index for commercial banks that had risen by 120 points in 2 days went down by 31.7 points yesterday. Likewise, trading, hotel, manufacturing and microfinance sectors witnessed a decline as well. Development Bank, hydropower and financial companies meanwhile witnessed growth. Investors of Lakshmi Bank, Narayan Development Bank and Sunrise Bank bore loss, while investors of Pokhara, Central and ICFC Finance made profits. 35.474 million units of shares of 221 companies were traded for over 15.81 billion rupees yesterday. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked the locals in Rukum what do they think of the caretaker government expanding the cabinet. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
मन्त्री परिषद विस्तार हुनु या नहुनुले जनताको जीवनमा खासै तात्विक अन्तर पार्ने देखिँदैन। यो जनतालाई चाहिँ कागलाई बेल पाएको हर्षण बिस्मा टाइपको भएको छ।
प्रधानमन्त्रीको अधिकार क्षेत्रभित्र पर्ने भएकोले यो मलाई स्वाभाविक जस्तो लाग्छ। राष्ट्रिय सहमतिको सरकार बनाउन जुनसुकै दलहरूलाई पनि एकदम बाटो खुल्ला नै हुन्छ।
अहिले चाहिँ देशमा कोरोना महामारी फैलिरहेको बेलामा मन्त्री परिषदमा यो पद बार्ने कुरा चाहिँ अलि ठीक छैन। यति बेला चाहिँ हामी जनताको सेवामा जुट्नुपर्छ।
कामचलाउ सरकारले मन्त्री परिषद विस्तार गर्ने कुरा चाहिँ यो असंवैधानिक हो। यो चाहिँ राम्रो कुरा होइन।
कसलाई राख्ने कसलाई हटाउने भन्ने विषयमा खासै ठुलो विवाद लिनु पर्ने अवस्था छैन।
मन्त्री पद र अदालतको फैसलापछि खाली भएपछि त्यस ठाउँमा उहाँले हेरफेर गर्न र कार्यक्षेत्र बाँडफाँडका लागि मन्त्री परिषद गठन गर्नुभएको स्वाभाविक प्रक्रिया हो।
गर्नुपर्ने यति बेला मुलुक र जनताको हितमा गर्नुपर्ने कामहरू एकातिर छन्। मुलुकका राष्ट्रिय प्राथमिकताहरू, दायित्वहरू, जनताप्रतिको दायित्व एउटा छ भने उहाँले अरू गलत बाटोबाट जो नराम्रो काम, नगर्नुपर्ने काम, हात नहाल्नुपर्ने ठाउँ हो त्यतातिर हात हालिरहनु भएको छ।
Time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And here's the question: what's your take on the government making important policies and decisions without informing concerned bodies? Your options: option A, influence of vested interest groups; option B, lack of responsibility; and option C, eager to show off work. The voting is on. Type any WS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And time now for the sports update.
Sports News.
Nepal suffered a 3-0 defeat against Jordan in the 7th match of the second round World Cup qualifiers. With this, the path to AFC Asian Cup qualifiers for Nepal looks difficult. In the match played at Kuwait's Jaber Al Ahmed International Stadium last night, Jordan outplayed Nepal throughout the match. Mausa Mohammad Suleiman's dangerous shot in the 14th minute was well served by Nepal goalkeeper Kiran Chamjong. Jordan opened the scoring in the 23rd minute as Waha Faisal converted a penalty after Rohit Chand fouled Suleiman inside the D-box. Jordan doubled the lead in the 49th minute as Faisal scored his personal second goal of the match. Faisal scored through a free kick from 35 yards out. Yasin Abu Al-Arab found the net in the 67th minute to give Jordan a commanding 3-0 lead. Anjan Bister's effort towards the end of the match couldn't find the target, while Bashar Rai's shot was also wide. With last night's convincing 3-0 win over Nepal, Jordan have climbed to the second spot of the Group B points table, securing 13 points from 6 matches. Australia lead the group, remaining undefeated with 18 full points from 6 matches. Australia thrashed Chinese Taipei 5-1 this morning to remain undefeated in the group. Nepal will now face Australia Friday night in their last group match. For Nepal to reach the third round of the Asian Cup qualifiers, they must defeat Australia on Friday and will have to wait for the results of other matches to go their way. If Nepal lose to Australia, Nepal will still have an opportunity to play in the playoffs. Nepal is in the 6th spot of the points table with 6 points from 7 matches, registering 2 wins and 5 losses. And that's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.